Captain Drew Holstead stood frozen in his kitchen. The quiet of the early morning punctuated by the sudden ping of a notification. On the granite countertop, Madison's tablet glowed, illuminating the text that had just arrived. Upstairs, the shower was still running, the scent of her expensive coconut shampoo drifting down. Drew's eyes narrowed at the screen. Send another /doll to 0000, or your husband finds out your dirty little secret. His coffee mug slammed onto the counter, leaving a dark ring on the granite. He'd been away for 3 days on a logistics assignment, and now a substantial withdrawal, /doll 500, was missing from their joint account. That morning, Madison had brushed off his question with a casual excuse, claiming she was helping someone named Sarah with rent. But Drew knew the wives in their circle. There was no Sarah. The tablet buzzed again, this time with a more threatening tone. Don't test me, Madison. I have photos. Drew memorized the number. It was local. Footsteps above indicated the shower shutting off. Did you say something? Madison called down, her voice light but cautious. Just talking to myself, Drew replied, maintaining a calm exterior. Coffee's ready, he added, though his mind was already running scenarios, strategizing, calculating. The next day, Drew spread 6 months of their financial statements across his office desk at the base. Patterns emerged in the withdrawals. Small, almost insignificant amounts at first, then escalating to larger sums. The recent /doll 5,000 withdrawal fit perfectly into the puzzle he was beginning to assemble. Later, Madison texted casually, going out with the girls back around 3. Love you. Drew, already in motion, called Marcus. I need a GPS tracker. Discreet. Quick. 20 minutes later, a coin-sized device was hidden inside Madison's heavy leather keychain. She would never suspect a thing. That evening, Madison cooked his favorite meal, dressed elegantly, and kept touching his arm. Is everything all right, Madison? Drew asked, his voice measured, hiding the tension beneath. A flicker of fear crossed her face before her practiced smile returned. Of course, she replied. Why, he pressed. Just wondering if there's anything you want to tell me, Drew said, carefully observing. Her hand trembled slightly. Like what? She stammered. Like where the money's going, he replied. Tears shimmered in her eyes, but she couldn't formulate a full answer. It's complicated, she murmured before abruptly bolting upstairs. Drew exhaled slowly. Phase 1 was complete. Now the surveillance phase would begin. Over the following week, the GPS tracker revealed her routine. The commissary, Starbucks, nail salon, nothing out of the ordinary, except on Tuesdays and Thursdays. On those afternoons, her car would stop for over 2 hours at the Desert Winds Motel. By Friday, Drew decided to follow her. He parked discreetly behind delivery trucks, watching Madison's Camry arrive, soon followed by a black Silverado. The man stepping out of the truck was Kyle Tripp, a defense contractor and husband to Serena. Drew's jaw tightened as he saw Kyle lean down to kiss Madison before they disappeared into room 127. 2 hours later, Drew approached the motel clerk with a subtle mix of authority and persuasion, flashing his military ID and discreetly offering a /doll 50. The clerk confirmed that Kyle had been renting that room regularly, always with the same blonde woman. The picture became alarmingly clear. Madison and Kyle were deeply entangled, and someone, likely Serena, was orchestrating the blackmail. Drew dug deeper, combing through bank records, GPS data, and social media. Serena Tripp, a polished military spouse and yoga instructor, had been posting bitter, vengeful quotes, flaunting expensive new items, broadcasting her anger to the world. She wasn't just seeking revenge, she was fighting back. One evening, Drew followed Serena to a coffee shop, watching her type an email titled Final Payment. Later, at a FedEx, he observed her printing a stack of photographs and a detailed letter escalating the blackmail. By the following Tuesday, Drew had rented the vacant room adjacent to the motel room. From behind the thin wall, he overheard every heated word. I want 10 grand or I send everything to Drew, Serena demanded. Madison's voice cracked with panic. Kyle sounded desperate. This won't stop. She's been watching us for months. Madison's tone suddenly shifted, chillingly cold. Then we stop her first. Kyle froze. You can't be serious. I am, Madison replied, her voice steely. Drew felt a chill run down his spine. His wife wasn't merely lying or hiding, she was plotting. That evening, Drew approached Serena after her Pilates class. He warned her bluntly, "They're planning something. Go to the police tonight, or it could get dangerous." Tears streamed down her face as she confessed. She had demanded money out of anger and humiliation, collecting /$ 12,000 in total. "I just wanted them to feel the way I felt," she whispered. Drew's voice was firm. "Stop now. Otherwise you'll regret it." Taking his advice seriously, Serena went straight to the police. Hours later, detectives contacted Drew with confirmation. Serena had handed over the critical evidence, including bank statements, threatening texts, and incriminating photos. The investigation escalated swiftly, now targeting both Madison and Kyle. The following day, Madison's car and Kyle's truck vanished, their trail cold. Soon after, the FBI appeared at Drew's doorstep. Kyle had been accessing sensitive defense contracts beyond his duties, potentially putting national security at risk. The affair and extortion had inadvertently triggered a federal investigation. Using the tracker Drew had placed, agents located both vehicles at an abandoned industrial site near Pueblo. The FBI moved in efficiently, taking both Kyle and Madison into custody without resistance. Kyle appeared broken, exhausted, a shadow of the man Drew had watched intimately entwined with his wife. Madison, however, looked wild, eyes blazing with fury. When her gaze met Drew's, she screamed, "You did this. You destroyed everything." Federal agents restrained her as she continued her tirade. Drew remained silent behind the tinted windows of his car, reflecting. He hadn't destroyed anything. Madison had done that herself. All he had done was uncover the truth and act before it was too late.